following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
To the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
Yo! It's the Pipeman, the Adventures of Pipeman, right here on W4CY Radio, W4CY.com. It's the Adventures of Pipeman, and I have my PipeNuts with me that I will introduce in a second, but I just want to show you guys something. I have on today my true crime glasses, so I can see the truth of true crime, and we have our resident expert of the show on true crime and the Zodiac is going to be on the show today. Oh my God. And we got a lot to talk about. You know, there's a lot of shenanigans going on with the presidential debate. I actually got an endorsement by a band at Rocklahoma for President of the United States of America. And I do have a platform, and I'm going to beat them all because, you know what? All these politicians suck. Just vote for me, and I'll take everything for me, and you guys can all take for yourselves too, and we just anarchy in the U.S. Forget the U.K., forget the Sex Pistols, anarchy in the U.S. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, let's first bring on our PipeNuts. Let's bring on Pugsley and Juan. Hey.
Well, hello.
Oh,
hello.
You make a great Pugsley, Rebel. Is there a problem? That's
No.
what we call dead air. Okay.
Yeah, none at all.
Okay.
I would like to thank the fan who sent the wig for this. Thank you so much. And here you go. You see me in the Wednesday wig.
Yeah, you do look like a pretty good Wednesday. That ate Pugsley.
Yeah.
And I bring up eating. It has nothing to do with you. I bring up eating because I'm kind of hungry for lunch, and I think I'm going to go up to, what state is it, and eat some cats and dogs. Where are they eating the cats and dogs right
China.
now? No. In the United States of America. Did you not watch the debate? Okay, first, before we talk about anything else, she might not be allowed to speak yet, okay, because we're going to talk her segment later in the show, but we are going to bring our resident expert. I'm not sure what she's an expert at. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, that's right. She's our resident true crime expert. She's waiting back in the green room, okay? And not the green room like Rebels green room, because that's just looks like a green sheet. Have you ever heard of a steamer? Have you ever heard of a steamer? You put a steamer on that. Okay, get rid of the wrinkles.
Tiny space.
You're a woman. You should be an expert at knowing how to get rid of wrinkles. Come on.
No need.
Okay, so first, before we bring her on, though, let's talk about Juan. So, Juan.
Yes.
Okay.
How's it going over there in Wellington?
It's a pretty nice day, sunny out.
That's going to change. Oh, look, we already have a comment. Here it is. Damn, Rebel is hot as Wednesday.
Oh, thank you.
And you know who made this comment? It was Pugsley. Okay, let's bring on our resident true crime expert who she's an expert in She'll tell you because I'm not going to tell you. Like, I don't even know what she is. Let's just say she's Nanette Bartow, and I love her as an expert.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Hello, Nanette Bartow. Okay, what are you an expert of?
I am a forensic document examiner and handwriting expert.
And that's it?
Well, I mean, I have a few more things in the bag, but
Shit, I made that whole intro and shit, I made that whole intro and I couldn't even remember those stupid things. Come on. Like,
well, I'm also training to be a graphologist, which is a behavioral or personality behavioral trading through your handwriting to determine your personality. I also have a certificate in fingerprint identification and forensic photography.
now that's pretty cool. I thought a graphologist was a serial killer that was into removing people's skin. I'm glad you cleared it up for me.
A graphologist or graphology is something that the FBI has used for more than 100 years to behavioral trait serial killers, criminals, and anybody who's out there doing dastardly things, such as 9/11.
I am really, really sorry I brought you on the show because I do not want to be exposed. Okay, and in all seriousness, I listen. She has a show on our station. And man, she is the expert of all experts. Like, we've had lengthy conversations about the Zodiac Killer and other types of things that some may consider conspiracies, some may not. And speaking of conspiracies, we had a debate last night. We're going to talk about that. Okay. The whole debate's a conspiracy now on social media. I don't know if you've noticed. The whole debate's a conspiracy. She's wearing these special earbuds where the AI is telling her what to say in the debate. And also Trump got 92% polling of winning the debate. The problem with that one is that whoever put that up swapped the names because Trump got his ass beat last night. I'm just going to say it straight out. Okay. I don't care whether you like Trump, don't like Trump, like Kamala, don't like Kamala. I don't like any of them, okay? But she schooled him last night. And if it came through earbuds, good for her. Because who else doesn't do that? Listen, even in sales, they have a thing. It's called a T.O. And you feed the words to the person making the sales call, and they just repeat them. Listen, it's not a debate for, like candy in the schoolyard, okay? It's a debate for the president of the United States of America. And if it is true, which has already been proven false, but if it is true that she was wearing these special spy earbuds that they could feed her the words, well, smart on them, because somebody needs to feed words to Trump because, like, I don't know, but
like an AI censored version of it.
Yeah. I mean, here's something though. We gotta pull something up, Juan. If you have it there, okay. So there's also a video I think I put up there of Kamala during the debate. Okay, she is about to say something about Trump. And she held back. It's kind of like, my kids always used to make fun of me. They're like, Dad, you shouldn't even curse because you don't know how. Because they never really heard me curse. Okay. Jessica that worked at the station, Rebel will tell you, the first time Jessica ever heard me curse in her life was being on my show. And so, but what would happen is if a curse word, slipped out, I would be, like, sounding like I shouldn't say the word. It would be like mother, and that's why they would say that. Okay. So, but she did stop short and I liked it. Okay. Listen, he's an asshole to everybody. I love that somebody stepped up and was ready to play his game. But had the politeness and the respect to hold back at the same
Or
time.
maybe someone told her through the earbuds.
Yeah, don't do it. Well, listen, have you ever watched the TV show Unreal? Everybody has to watch this TV show, okay? Because Unreal is about producing a reality show. And you will get all the insight of what a reality show is not. And it's not reality. They have,
of course not. It's edited.
Yeah, they have producers that produce the contestants, and they manipulate them to say and do shit. Listen, and a lot of stuff swept under the rug. Okay, but speaking of Trump's hair, and so. I
just want to go.
I think all the women that are pro-Trump, they all watch him and they want to do this. They go, and they want to just like fix his hair like they're his mom. Somebody did say he looked really old last night. Does anybody here agree or disagree? Did you watch the debate?
He is old.
Well, that might be why he looks old. See, that's why you're the expert. Okay? Because look at that. None of us thought of that.
Not at all.
Later
But
on,
and him and Biden are 4 years apart. He's right there on the cusp of that.
That's all, folks. Okay, so folks, you gotta stay tuned to the whole show because Nanette, we're gonna get serious later, and we're gonna talk about how Pipeman might be involved in talking about the Zodiac Killer. Yeah. And I hope she doesn't reveal too much. And
maybe we need to know.
That's why Rebel is dressed up like Wednesday, because she's trying to hide what she really looks like, because really she's in Louisiana. There's a good chance she probably had sex with the Zodiac Killer. I'm just saying.
Did I have fun?
I don't know. Tell us. Tell us all about it.
I don't know him.
Are you sure? How do you know?
I'm not sure.
Nanette, has the Zodiac Killer ever been known to be in Louisiana?
I don't recall any communications out of Louisiana.
Oh, you're his best hid secret, Rebel. That's what
he didn't write about it.
You don't kill close to home, right?
Right.
He was there for pleasure, not for business.
So
Right?
I have a question for you.
Close to home.
I have a question for you, Nanette, and I really want to see if you are an expert, because I have an expert on the show here with us that will be able to verify or deny this. Have there ever been any Hispanic serial killers?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to say that yes, though I can't recall any names. I don't study that particular area. I'm more focused on the Zodiac and his work around the United States. But I know that the Zodiac mentioned that he didn't kill any Hispanics or Orientals in one of his communications when he was kind of bragging about all of his life's work.
Of him.
Yeah, wasn't it? He was basically saying that wasn't me. If they were killed, that was another killer, is what he was saying. Don't blame me.
Wait a minute. Did he
Very
sit
inclusive
around? Did he just sit around yeah, no, I just can't kill any Mexicans or Costa Ricans or Cubans or Puerto Ricans or Chinese or Japanese? The Balinese maybe, because I'm not really sure if they're Asian, but they must be, because Bali's in Asia. And that
I think with serial killers, they have a type, and he had his type, and he wanted to make sure that when, they were bombing police stations, that he wasn't known for that, because he talked about bombs, and he wanted them to know when he wasn't responsible for something as much as he wanted them to know when he was responsible for something. And he just blatantly said it.
Yeah. Here's what I think. I think because he was mostly in California, I think the tacos were just that good to where he said, I'm not killing any Hispanics.
See, there it is. I mean, that's why we have Juan as our expert on the show for this, for these matters. Okay. And I'm going to, when I am elected president, okay, he's going to be my director of Hispanic studies and immigration. We're going to bring as many in as we can and kick out as many white racist MFers as we can. That's my presidential, one of my platforms.
So
Let's bring
on your platform, I have a question for you.
well,
Is
I have
the
one more
white-
thing before you say anything.
Okay.
And we're not going to eat your pets, okay? Like, you're the ones eating pets, people, okay? Listen, it's the North Koreans that eat dogs, okay? So all you extremists, you're the ones eating pets. Get the hell out of here. Oh, my God, I can't believe he said it in the debate. Like, what world are we living in? So for those of you that did not watch the debate, Trump actually on the debate said that the immigrants are coming in and all the Haitians are coming in and they're eating our cats and dogs. Now, the meme started out as a cat. Dogs weren't even mentioned. Trump just added dogs onto it. Okay, but go ahead, Wednesday. Tell me, and it is Wednesday, so it's appropriate that you're Wednesday. I think you should dress like that every week. It's a vast improvement.
Okay, so the question I have for you about your platform, and you were talking about racism. Do you feel that the white man is the only people who have racism? And
I feel every human on the face of the earth has some kind of racism in them or prejudice in them, and racism I don't think has to do with color of skin. It's just a group of people. If you have, but it's generally a negative thing to have any kind of prejudice or hate against anybody else because they're different. And it doesn't matter what it is.
To do that because we teach
human
each
or are
other
we programmed?
Oh, good question. Because, in Korea, it's human to eat dogs, too. That doesn't make it right.
Right. Some delicacies in other worlds we probably wouldn't touch. But I think that racism is something that we're programmed to segregate and keep us separate. And that's why we can't agree on one good president.
And here's the thing. Look at kids, okay? Kids don't even know that other kids are not like them until we tell them.
Exactly.
Okay? We need to
something we teach
vote
and keep teaching.
If I am elected president, my vice presidential candidate is going to be my grandson. So he can speak for the younger generation.
You've got all this segregation, and then you have something as powerful as religion that says we should all treat each other as we would want to be treated. So I don't understand the conflict between the two.
Because they learned that they can't control with religion as good as they control with the cards they play. You see, that's the whole deal there in a nutshell. Religion can control some things, but then not everything. But the card carrying government can control a lot.
Yes, they can. Media.
They play those cards.
Hey, Juan, before I go to 9/11, remind me what you were just queuing up before. Did you find it?
The video of Kamala almost cursing.
Yes. Do you have it?
I have all the videos, yes.
All right, let's play that one right now because this is the funniest shit ever. I love it. Go.
Of storied significance for us as Americans, a place where we honor the importance of American diplomacy, where we invite and receive respected world leaders. And this former president, as president...
Is that the best shit ever or what, man? This
I don't find that to be good.
What?
The silence was loud.
I think she did
so
exactly what. Okay, so Juan, here's the thing. I love how the subtlety. So you have the one side that they're just mean and attacking people, and then you have the other side that uses, a different approach. which is more subtle. And on that, Juan,
not
can
real.
you play the Obama video?
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems.
Oh, she had a big crowd. Oh, the crowd.
This weird obsession with crowd sizes. It just goes on and on and on. America's ready for a new chapter. We are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Okay, so I'm playing that not because I'm pro Kamala. I'm not pro any of them, okay? But I'm playing it because, yes, Rebel, you got it. That was so fucking brilliant, okay? What he did, I never liked him when he was president because I lean right, okay? But I have both right and left. I'm fiscally conservative and socially liberal, okay? But that was the funniest shit ever, man. Like, and I'll bet you Trump didn't even get that subtlety when it first happened until it went all over the net that's what Obama was doing.
But you see, there's the difference. Some people call it subtlety. Some people would just call it, oh, well, you ain't got the balls to say what you really feel.
No, I think that's a smarter way to do it. Like, you don't have to be an asshole and go, hey, you got a small dick. Okay, you don't have to do that.
When she stopped herself, she wanted to say, it sounded like she was
look at the mafia. Okay, silence says so much more. It's usually the big mouths are the ones I'm not afraid of. It's the ones that aren't the silent people.
Yep.
They're the ones that are the Zodiac Killer. Am I right?
Yes. Did anybody clock how many times Trump cussed last night?
Imagine taking a shot every time he cussed.
I was just gonna say How I Met Your Mother, but shot.
I know, right? Oh my god. And it's just funny shit. These debates are funny to me. It's not even about party. I don't give two shits about the parties. It's like, oh my God, we're like children on the playground to the world stage. Like,
oh my gosh.
What the hell is wrong with us? Okay, so here's why I need to run for president. But before we talk more about that, we do have to take a moment. It is 9/11. I'm glad we're doing the show on 9/11 because I'm born in New York. I have very vivid memory of me and my daughter Jessica when she was young, standing below the World Trade Center, and she was looking up at it in such awe because when you're at the bottom and you looked up, it looked like Jack and the Beanstalk. Like there was no end to the building in the sky. It was like all the way up to space, it seemed like. And I personally, I used to go eat at the restaurant Windows on the World quite often. I was in the financial business. I knew a lot of people in that building. I had actually quite a few good stories that I have shared throughout the years. Like somebody that I worked with in my clearing firm, they got called out of town the night before last minute to go to the Chicago office, and ergo, they were not in the building when they were supposed to be. Another friend of mine who also worked at that clearing firm was late for his bus from New Jersey into Manhattan, caught the second bus and got stopped at the Holland Tunnel. So he wasn't in that building. Then we had somebody else I knew that in 30 years working in that building, never, ever left his desk, never went down to the cafeteria for lunch, breakfast, dinner, nothing. That day, he chose to go down there for breakfast. Never did it before, ever. Got out of the building. And then here's the biggest one of all. So that day is also my daughter's birthday. And I remember that day, I just had this bad feeling. I was taking her and my daughter Rachel and my daughter Jessica to school, and it was Rachel's birthday, and something told me, like, and then I dropped them off, and then something told me to go back and pick them up. And so I
Did
went
you
back
listen
and
to it?
yeah, you know me, I always listen to those voices. And I went back and I picked them up, and then thing one called. She's like, a small accident just happened, because that's how they were reporting it at first. A plane just hit the World Trade Center. And I said to her, that's no accident. A plane doesn't just hit the World Trade Center. I had a friend of mine who is in the same business as me, was standing up pitching somebody on the phone in the window, and watched the plane go by his window as he was on the phone pitching somebody. Who was like, yeah, gotta go. But here's the other thing. So then later on, I was calling my sister-in-law because she worked on the 99th floor of the World Trade Center. And when I finally got through, there was I was watching the TV. There was a guy answering her phone, and he says to me, yeah, she's not at her desk right now. We're having a little emergency. That's exactly what he said. I hung up. 5 seconds later, I watched that particular building fall on the TV. So I was probably the last person to speak to that person. My sister-in-law, I was watching the TV. I saw somebody running through the dust on the ground. I thought it was her. It was her. She walked down 99 flights of stairs in her high heels because the women could not take off their heels. It was so hot in the building, in the pantyhose, they would slide down the stairs. So she went down 99 flights of stairs in her heels. After they told her to go back to her desk because the building was secure, she decided, bump that, left, and she left that building. While my brother was 4 blocks away watching people jump from the building, not knowing whether his wife was alive or not. So yes, that's a very we have to pay homage to the people we lost and the families that have lost people. And it's a horrible day that should never, ever, ever, ever happen again. Let's take on radio, live on the air, we'll take about 10 seconds, moment of silence, dead air, to honor all those affected by 9/11. Okay, it's 10 seconds. So, seriously though, yeah, and here we are all these years later, and wars going on around the world and everything else. So we definitely need a change in this world, a change for the positive. There's people on social media making fun of Kamala with the whole joy thing. And my saying to them is, you know what? I don't give a shit about the policies or whatever. I do give a shit about us being united, the United States of America. I do give a shit about us having joy and happiness and getting along and not attacking each other and joy. I mean, why are people upset about joy? Why do you not want to live with joy? Like, I don't get it. But
she's a horrible roommate.
Who's yeah. She also was a horrible Pipeman Groupon too, I have to say. I wanted a refund, okay? Okay, so now before we talk any more about my presidential endorsement, I want to bring on not bring on, we're going to make a phone call to my daughter, okay? And you guys are going to sing happy birthday. And hopefully she will answer. And hopefully, because it's been a long time, Rebel, since we've pranked any of my kids. They don't remember not to answer during this time. So let's see what happens. Let's roll it, Juan.
All right. Dialing the number now.
You never know. They should look at their, when they don't recognize the number, they should just look at the time. Can't see. So this is on air. We kind of got to say something. Well, okay. So here we go.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
All right. We would have left a message.
I was going to say, let's sing it to
Yeah, sing it into voicemail. Call again. Maybe she'll think it's an emergency because it's my area code. You know?
This is so funny. It's fun pranking his kids, but after all these years, you'd think they'd know better. That's the first thing I would do. Check the time. Daddy's calling. Oh, crap. Don't answer that. Hey, Mom, you got a phone call. Don't answer it. Don't answer it.
All right, should we try again?
Yeah, try again. Let's hit the voicemail. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Try again. Let's hit the voicemail if we have to.
As it rings. Come on, pick up the phone. Make this fun.
Answer the phone.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Okay, voicemail.
The person
Leave a
you're trying to
voicemail.
reach is not
Sing it.
available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Which kid is this?
I don't know what the name is. Happy birthday.
Rachel.
Happy birthday, dear Rachel.
We suck at this.
Happy birthday to you. All right, so he's got to catch his breath over there. He's trying to run
That one well.
All right,
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. That's great. Okay, so all right,
As well as a cat in a bathtub.
all right. So now
On the
it's
kitchen.
time. Now it's time to reveal, Juan, the full endorsement, Pipeman for Prez, and the promo. Let's give them the whole ball of wax.
Do you want them back to back?
Yeah, all together.
All right, here we go.
You know, you have to pay it forward.
I was just going to say, so you're paying it forward. I love it. See, that's what this industry is about. Unity, everybody helping each other. I think the world could learn a lot from the music people, like the artists, the listeners. We should all be in charge of politics, and we wouldn't have all this bullshit going on around the world.
Pipeman for president. You heard it first.
Actually, that wasn't first. You know what's so funny about that? I actually, every presidential election, I have a campaign, and I have a banner that says Pipeman for Prez. We have a commercial where it's Bill Clinton saying, you know, it's Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I get on, I'm like, I'm Pipeman. If you vote me for president, I will have sexual relations with that woman.
You have our full support.
See? And the funniest shit about that is in 2016, I didn't want to vote for anybody because I fucking hate all the politicians. So I wrote myself in as a candidate. 5 of my listeners voted for me.
Nice.
I was like, that's funny as shit.
Hell yeah.
So there you go. Now I have my other new platform. I'll do my live show this week about having the music industry take over politics and get rid of politicians.
That's a great idea. I'm glad you do that.
See, there you go. And like Danny Wimmer could be like what's the position he could be in? He could be like the Secretary of State or some shit like that.
Hey folks, this is Bill Clinton. I listen to W4CY.com. And just remember, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Bring back the good old days, and I will have sexual relations with that woman.
Vote Pipeman for Prez.
Hey, this is Daniel.
And this is Mark, and we're from Nothing More.
And you are listening to the future President Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Hey, you like that shit? Oh my God.
Future president.
I didn't even prompt it. They said it in the interview. Okay. That was my interview with Mark and Daniel from Nothing More at Rocklahoma. And they said it. And I in my head, I was laughing so hard, like, because they don't know about the whole Pipeman for Prez campaign. And they did. And see, they knew that the Pipeman should be president of the United States of America. And speaking of bands, I do have to say, if you look at me, the way I'm dressed today, okay, so I interviewed this band recently. Got to check out the interview on my podcast, on any of the podcast outlets that you check out your podcast. I'm there. Pipeman's everywhere. And connect to me on socials everywhere, Pipeman Radio. But I'm wearing this shirt because I did an interview with this band. Check out the band. And I was like, man, I love your artwork. And they sent me a shirt. They sent me stickers, a pin, and they sent me this hat. It's now my new favorite hat, and I'll tell you why. If anybody that knows me, I always wear baseball hats backwards. I think they look stupid on me frontwards, okay? But we'll do a spin. There it is. Okay. But what I love about it, did you notice that spin? I've never seen a hat like this before. What do you notice different about this hat that you don't usually see on a baseball hat? Who can tell?
It doesn't have the clasp.
Doesn't have that thing.
Yep. No clasp. No, because usually I'm wearing it like this, and either the metal or the plastic is like digging into my forehead, and I take it off, and there's this big mark there. And this is so comfortable, and it stretches. So it's like,
welcome to elastic.
I mean, who knew? Who knew?
They've been around. Where you been?
God, I've never seen this before. I'm just gonna wear this all the time now. Excuse me, please turn off all phones during broadcast. Thank you very much.
Well, wait, this is hurricane updates.
Oh, good. Are you?
Oh,
is the hurricane gonna hit during the show? Please, please, please.
No, it doesn't hit until 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock tonight.
Oh, well.
So stop buying your hats for fashion and start buying for functionality, and you'll find more with elastic.
Well, there you go. Okay. And I also want to say that my presidential campaign has something to do with buses, boobs, and buttholes. Okay. And even one of the other bands, the Oxymorons, who I love them, I've interviewed them a few times. They even gave a shout out for Pipeman and Pipeman's butthole. Can you run that one, please? Do you know which one that is?
About your balloon knot?
Which one is it?
Okay, it's in the audio. It's down in the audio. Hold on. Maybe I'll have to find it here because, you may not understand it. And
you uploaded. I see it.
You see it? There it is. Shout out. Well, see, you would understand. I put oxymoron, shout out, buttholes.
All right, let me play it.
All right, let's play it. Tell everybody how to reach out to you guys on socials, on the web, buy your merch, check out your tour dates, music, all that. And then I'm going to kick you out of here.
Yeah, all that stuff that he just said, check it out on oxymorons.com. That's 2 R's, not ones. All social medias, that's oxymorons, OXYMORRONS. 2 R's, not one. See you there, be crazy, and look at some buttholes. Peace.
Shout out, Pipeman. Buy merch.
So there's something to do with that, okay? But I did interview them, and something really wild happened during that interview. One, do you have the video queued up that we can show them what happened during that interview? This is rare. Interview. This is rare Pipeman footage.
Is that the?
Are we going to see your balloon knot?
It's the Oxymorons trading shirt one.
Okay, I see it as IMG 9169, but I can play it now.
Okay.
That's what it's all about. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Fuck, I'm talking about. That's the way you do it. You have to wait for the man. Instant gratification. And that's a yeah. That's a Job exclusive too.
There it
That's
is.
got my blood, sweat, and tears on that bitch.
Yeah. Love it.
There you go.
I hope I didn't just get herpes.
Hey man, I'm clean. I get tested.
Nice. I do dig it because I am a skateboarder. So the deal was, is I'm doing the interview, okay, and I dug his shirt because I had a skateboard on it. So I made a comment in the interview, and one of them was, you know what? Let's just play a clip from the interview. What am I doing here? Okay, I'll play it one. I love his shirt the best. I want one of those shirts. That is badass.
We might not have any left, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? If I find a straggler, I will absolutely mail it to you. It's yours.
Medium.
Medium, got you.
This is a medium, bro. We could switch shirts.
Yeah.
I'll
do it.
For me to get another one.
I'll do it if you want.
You gotta do it
Let's
right
do
now.
it right
You
here.
gotta do it
Right
now.
now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So there it is. So, we traded it right there in the media tent. I don't even know what anybody else was thinking, looking, all the other media watching this going on, but Pipeman don't care. Pipeman don't care. So, yeah, and then there was one more assist. I had, do you guys know who Tim Montana is? I interviewed him. He also owns a place up in Montana with Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. He is somebody that is country and went heavy. So he's heavy, he's country, he's rock, he's everything. And this is what Tim Montana had to say about the Pipeman. This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman, W4CY Radio at Rocklahoma, and I'm here with
Tim Montana, the Pipeman's associate.
Nice. I love how these bands do stuff like that, and I don't even prompt them. As we know, we have the song. Hey, listen, Nanette, you would like this one, okay? Are you familiar with the Pipeman song? That there's a few of them. Several bands have wrote a song during interviews about the Pipeman, but here's the most recent. Are you? Let's see what you think. I think Nanette's going to like this. I think this happened at Aftershock too, while you were probably out doing something out there in the festival.
This is the Pipeman. It's gonna pipe. Play the pipe. Pipeman. Oh yeah. He's the Pipeman.
Lay that pipe, Pipeman. Lay that pipe,
Play that funky
Lay
pipe.
that pipe, man, Pipeman.
Pipeman, the Pipeman, yeah.
Pipeman.
Funky Pipe on W4CY Radio.
Was your daddy a plumber?
No, but maybe a couple of my victims were. Well, never mind. I shouldn't have said. Are we live? Hey, can you edit that out, please, Juan? Okay.
You can't edit live.
All right. So you've known me for a while, and you're an expert. Have you ever sat there and analyzed if I could possibly be the Zodiac Killer?
I have not. Honestly speaking, it's not fair to analyze or psychoanalyze or to otherwise tell somebody you like a friend or a family member, how they are or how they behave, because you won't have friends in the end. I'm not telling you nothing.
It's all about the delivery, really. I mean,
well,
if
because
you
I'm
deliver them
convinced.
the right way.
Well, because I'm convinced
we're
Rebel
trying-
is a serial killer. Okay, I am absolutely convinced, and one of the few female serial killers in history. But she might not be a female. You don't know.
Oh,
You never know.
female.
You would need to prove that.
Yeah, we don't
You
assume
want me
these
to prove
days.
it?
I don't know. You figure a way out to prove it. I don't know. Maybe
I'm fairly certain I have proven that. I mean,
maybe go take a pee.
no, that's
never
previous
mind.
people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're not the one that does that. Okay. That's other. Never mind. Okay, Nanette. So, tell us a little bit about what you do and why you do it.
I actually needed a document examiner in my own court case back in 2006. And in the process of discussing with that document examiner, he analyzed my handwriting and spent about 45 minutes telling me about my personality. And in that reading, he had indicated that the industry could use more people like me. I didn't understand what he meant by that, but what he had found in my handwriting as far as personality and behavior was that I had morals and ethics. And this was something that was lacking in the industry. And I was shocked. Like, how are you lacking? This is the legal realm, right? This is where people are supposed to tell the truth. But I mean, we can obviously see just by the presidential debate
exactly
how many lies we're going to have to follow them up on for the next 4 years. Yeah.
I have a question for you. I hate to interrupt, but I have a question for you. Okay.
Yes.
How many lies does it take to make a presidential debate?
One good commercial, $1 million. And depending on who you're telling the lie about.
And could Kamala Harris be the Zodiac Killer? Is that possible?
In the alien realm, absolutely. I could see her peeling off that skin.
So you think she's possibly a reptilian that is really the Zodiac Killer?
No, not at all.
Okay, so now tell us what you really think about the Zodiac Killer, not the Pipeman weird conspiracies. But leave me out of it. I don't want to get in trouble, so please don't tell me what you know about me.
My initial take after studying the communications in the Zodiac case was that he did not write because he killed. He killed so that he could write and get his message into the newspaper, which was a simple form of extortion so that he could get the message, I believe, to the people that he was possibly killing for.
Mm-hmm. And was Rebel one of the people he was killing for?
Absolutely not.
Was it Juan?
I actually did analyze in my baby steps of classes Juan's handwriting. He's definitely an introvert, highly intelligent. He could possibly be the Zodiac.
Okay.
I don't think I'm old enough.
Well,
that's actually one of the keys to when somebody brings me a new suspect is age dating them, making sure that they could have been possible to have written those communications or been old enough to do those crimes at that time. And it really excludes a lot of people from the gate.
Well, let me ask you a question then. What if they do like Botox and lip filler? Does that like make them younger?
No, it just makes them look like a potato, and then we don't know who to find when we're looking for our loved one when they're lost.
Okay, so that won't affect their age dating. Okay, good. All right. So I have a question for you. That bus behind over my shoulder, is that the Zodiac Killer's bus?
I can't really make out that one over the top of your shoulder. Are you
talking?
Oh,
we have pictures for that.
Yeah, okay. Let's
there you go. There you go.
Would you like the zoomed in version?
Yeah, zooming in. Zooming in, Juan. There it is. That's
at the time.
Bus, boobs, and buttholes from Rocklahoma. Okay. And let me tell you about that. Okay. So next week, we're going to play another clip because I don't want to waste it this week where the band Another Day Dawns, I convinced them in the interview to take a trip at the end of the night to Bus, Boobs, and Buttholes. So if you want to know what Bus, Boobs, and Buttholes are all about from a band's perspective, you'll have to tune in next week to the Adventures of Pipeman. Right now, let's go back to the Zodiac Killer, though. Could that be the Zodiac Killer's bus?
I want to rebrand your name first off and change buttholes to balloon knots. I think.
Is that some kind of new sexual fetish that even the Pipeman doesn't know about?
Do you know the inside of the end of a balloon when you pull that bad boy open and it's in a knot? That looks like a butthole all day long.
Well, it's funny you should say that because in prison they take balloons. They take balloons and they know how to turn a balloon into a vagina.
That's
Look
You
it
did
up.
want me to remind you something.
What?
You did want me to remind you something about how do they smuggle tablets into a person?
See, good job picking up on that.
Now,
Rebel.
what kind of tablets? Is it like drug tablets or like iPad tablets?
Well,
Is it a
see, for me,
Keflex?
for the pipe man,
Is it this big of a pill?
I'll
This
tell
big
you
of
what
a-
the pipe
Oh,
man
how big's the
does.
pill?
I'll tell you what the pipe man does. The pipe man goes and visits his friend the Ant Man, who shrinks the tablet so it will fit in the person's butthole. And so then when they come up on that bus there at Rocklahoma, we stick the iPad up their butthole, and then they get arrested, and that's how they get the iPad into the prison.
I don't see it happening that way, but okay.
Listen, maybe we'll have Ant-Man on one week as one of our guests to that, and Ant-Man himself can, clue us in.
Smuggle.
What happens
Smuggle
if
an
it's
iPad
in
in their
there
butt?
and then it wears off and it just like expands while it's in there?
That could be a problem. That could cause an enlarged prostate, and you have to
No, the iPad doesn't enlarge the area, right? Just the prostate does.
No, the iPad enlarges the prostate.
Again, we go.
Now, Nanette. Okay, so Nanette, now that you've seen this side of Pipeman, I think you're going to reevaluate the studying of my handwriting and everything else. And your whole theory on the Zodiac might have just changed during this show.
Not quite.
Hey,
Although I
Juan.
would have to say it was going to be extremely interesting to address that, and I would love to discuss your personality.
Okay, let's do that.
You'd have to write
personalities.
for me. You would have to write for me as Dean. Just your normal writing, and then write when you're in this persona, because handwriting is really addressed based on at the time and the emotion that you're in as to what I'm going to read and see. So it would be interesting to see your two different personalities.
Here's what I think we should do next week then. We should have you on again, and we'll do that. And what I'll do is live on the show, I'll get the iPad out of my butt and enlarge it back up, because they let me out on furlough to do this show, by the way.
Yeah, I'll check you out.
Okay, so Juan, is the next show live or Memorex?
I think it's on VHS, right?
I don't, you would know. You're
on
the
it now on
engineer.
DVD.
Yeah, maybe. No, I mean the next show on
Don't
the
laugh. I
station.
got a VCR still.
No, the next show is live. I believe,
It is
right?
Oh, so you gotta leave like in a minute.
Oh
So-
no, you mean like my next show? No, it's a pre-record.
Oh, okay. So you got time,
For me,
Yeah, I got time.
and you don't have time, Rebel.
I don't have that.
Okay. Well, we got. Okay. So Nanette, would you want to come back next week, and we can do some experimentation like that?
You're gonna give me work to do, right?
No, you could just make it all up if you want.
Yeah, that sounds logical when I'm out here saying I tell the truth for a living.
Oh yeah, maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know. We'll figure out. I think we need to talk more about you, so we might need to bring you back next week. But in the meantime, can you tell everybody how they can reach out to you, how they can, whatever services, anything that you could help them with, how they check out your show, your podcast, all that good stuff, and connect you on socials?
Yes, actually, the business is I for the Obvious. I am a forensic document examiner and handwriting expert. So if you are having problems with people forging checks, signing wills, cheating your elders out of their estate and their properties, I'm the person you come to find out whether or not the handwriting is legit and whether or not those documents are valid. I can also handle fingerprint identification for you. So suggestively speaking, if they have executed something like a deed of trust where you're required to thumbprint in the notary journal, I can identify whether or not that thumbprint in the notary journal actively belongs to the individual who is deeding away their property. Aside from that, again, I can do limited amounts of behavioral trading through your handwriting. So I'm very interested in taking on as many of those types of cases as possible to kind of get myself into the groove of doing this a little bit more naturally.
And Rebel, you can go anytime now. And we are going to end the show. But basically, first I want to say...
hold on.
Yes, go.
Hit the road, Jack. Finding the Zodiac. Follow the podcast on it's on it's on Dean's channel live every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
On K4HD Radio, K4HD.com, since she doesn't know where it is.
Yes. Well, you've got so many acronyms. I don't know which one to. I would.
Oh yeah, she's got an amazing show. Check it out. Meanwhile, we'll have to talk and have you back next week so we can explore more next week of how Pipeman is connected to the Zodiac Killer.
Through the bus. We need to come back to the bus situation.
Yeah, through the bus. Okay. And in the meantime, Juan, the way I'm going to end the show is I'm gonna play what happened with me and the band going to the bus. And when that's over, then you could run the outro. So you can pretend like when that's over, that I say, roll it, Juan, but I'm not going to say roll it. Okay. Thanks, everybody, for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman right here on W4CY Radio, W4CY.com. And tune in every week, Wednesdays, 1 p.m., live Eastern time. But we are going to be going up to multiple days. We'll talk about that next week. Thanks for listening. But listen to this. This is another day dawns and the bus. Maybe I'll just go to the campground and go party.
Oh my God. That's where we're hearing all the parties going, so we might have to go to campground.
Did you go to campground
No.
yet? What the fuck are you doing?
All right. What time does it go down? What time?
Yes, give us directions, give us GPS coordinates. Where are we going?
Okay, so first of all, it's 24 hours. But if after the headliner tonight, the first stop you go to is you go out the gate where GA is, make a right, and just a couple feet down is the strip club campsite.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
That's the start of the night, okay?
That's all you got to tell us.
Well, that might not be. The campsite of this wristband here, bus, boobs, and buttholes, might tell more of a story than the strip club.
All right. What's it smell like in there?
Well, better than
too bad. I won't.
Better than the GA showers. Let's put it that way.
All right, that's better.
So, and
it was butthole. I'm thinking, okay.
And pretty much every campsite there will offer you alcohol. They like to give away alcohol. So if you like alcohol, go to the campgrounds. If you like,
what do you think?
Yeah, I'll probably, by that time, I'll have some alcohol on me. The shirt will come off, but the suspenders and bow tie will stay on.
I love it. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
And you will not be unique back there either.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just be a part of the crowd.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the other thing. The campground is great for the sightseeing. You got to catch the sightseeing. And then, where is he? David. David had some shenanigans in the campgrounds last year and this year. Do you want to hear about them?
Yeah.
So we do this thing where we have golf cart races.
That sounds fun.
And donuts.
That's fun.
Well, last year, David did fall off the golf cart.
Oh.
Took a spill, and then still raged on.
The old boot and rally.
This year, he didn't fall off.
Nice.
Somebody else.
It's early yet.
Somebody else did.
Oh.
It's an annual tradition. You're not at Rocklahoma unless you go flying off a golf cart.
That's right.
So there it is. That's more shenanigans. I can't tell more about it, though.
No.
I probably shouldn't have said that. I probably have to edit that out. But
Dave, we love you.
Let's put it this way. That's not the worst that happened.
No.
We'll just leave it there.
I'm curious now about that bus. I'm curious.
Yeah, so you got to come to the bus.
All right, I'll be there.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman. on W4CY Radio.